Top 10 most powerful emperors in history. These names will live on forever, whether they founded the empire or ruled over it. Counting down our selections for the top 10 most powerful emperors in history. Welcome to exclusive top 10. The most well-known emperors, rather than necessarily the finest ones, are what we are focusing on for this list. Number 10. Nicholas II of Russia. During its nearly 200-year supremacy, the Russian Empire produced a number of well-known emperors, such as Alexander II, who sold Alaska to the United States and freed Russia's serfs. Nonetheless, Nicholas II, their final emperor, is included on our list. Known by the moniker Nicholas the Bloody, he ruled during a stretch of multiple Russian military setbacks. In addition, the ruler was held accountable for the mishandled First World War, in which over 3 million Russian lives were lost. Number 9. Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, the final of the 5 virtuous emperors, governed Rome for 19 years around the middle of the 2nd century AD. Among the many military victories he guided Rome to was a significant one over the Parthian Empire. However, his greatest attribute was his stoicism, earning him the moniker the philosopher from biographers. Number 8. Montezuma II. Assessing Montezuma's impact can be a little challenging. On the one hand, he oversaw the Aztec Empire at its height, partly as a result of numerous significant military triumphs. However, it was his choice to curry favor with Cortés and the Spanish that finally brought about the collapse of the empire. Before the Spanish eventually imprisoned him inside his own palace, the Aztec ruler had invited them to reside with him as guests. Number 7. Constantine the Great. Rome is regarded as one of the global centers of Christianity today, but things weren't always that way. For centuries, Christians in Rome suffered persecution. Constantine was the one who put a stop to the persecutions and started the spread of Christianity. According to other accounts, he even spotted a Christ symbol in the sky prior to a significant combat. In addition, he founded Constantinople, which would go on to become the new imperial capital and last long after Western Rome fell. Number 6. Hirohito. Known as Emperor Shi Huang in Japan, Hirohito ruled for more than 62 years. He is best known for his role, or lack thereof, in Japanese military operations in the 1930s and 40s. Some historians have argued that he opposed the bombing of Pearl Harbor and did not want to join the Axis powers. Others argue that he was actively involved in the decision-making process and that his guilt should not be underestimated. In any case, he avoided prosecution for war crimes after the war. Hirohito is notable for helping lead Japan's post-war recovery and helping the country transition to a constitutional monarchy. Number 5. Peter I. Peter I, sometimes referred to as Peter the Great, was another Russian monarch that made our list and played a significant role in guiding Russia's rise to prominence. Naturally, he achieved this by fighting and winning several battles, including as the Great Northern War against Sweden. He also contributed to Russia's cultural advancement. He modified and modernized the Russian political and social structures, drawing inspiration from the Enlightenment. Number 4. Qin Shi Huang. Qin Shi Huang, the first dynasty founder of Imperial China, was also the nation's first emperor, a title he created himself. The emperor made several military conquests that greatly contributed to the expansion and unification of China's borders. The Great Wall of China, which he constructed by uniting many smaller fortifications, is the work for which he is most likely to be remembered. Number 3. Napoleon Bonaparte. You had to know a list of the 4 most popular heads in history would incorporate Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon rose to control, taking after the French insurgency, and built an enormous domain that ruled over most of Europe within the early 19th century. In reality, his defeat of the Third Consolidation eventually brought about within the disintegration of the heavenly Roman domain. Augustus. The primary head of the Roman domain, Augustus's rule started an expanded period of peace for Rome, taking after numerous ridiculous respectful wars, the final of which saw Augustus vanquish Stamp Antony and Cleopatra. Augustus added several territories, counting Egypt, to assist extend the empire's wildernesses. Number 1. Genghis Khan. The Mongol Empire was one of the biggest in history, although it doesn't get much publicity compared to those British and Roman empires. It was, in the end, the largest contiguous empire of all time. And the man who initiated all of this is Genghis Khan. He'd acquired the nomadic tribes of Northeast Asia and used them to conquer almost all of Eurasia, including China.